record. Look at Dana's face. That was huge. All right, guys, welcome to our Thursday night call. It's crazy. Like, it feels weird. We did all these calls like every night last week. It feels weird to not have been doing them every night since I got back, but my brain has needed that time to process everything I learned the last 3 events. So tonight, where's my agenda? We're going to be talking about how to master your emotions. I think this is like the hardest thing for us to do as humans because, and especially women that have hormones. I know I'm about to get my period personally. I'm sure you guys didn't want to know that, but I know that it gets even harder when it's that time of the month. But I promise you, that's not the point I was trying to make. Yes, I need some wine. If you can learn how to do this one thing, like, it will change your whole life. I'm going to be teaching you guys, like most of you guys that are on here were with me at Tony Robbins, or at Eric Worre GoPro, and saw Tony Robbins. So we're going to be talking about what Tony Robbins taught us. And I know I sound like a broken record, and I literally talk about Tony Robbins basically every week. But when I went to his conference last year, it totally changed my life. Like, I was able to crush past so many like limitations that I felt like I had that I was creating myself. I know that you guys know this, but I'm just going to repeat my story over and over because stories are powerful, and it just goes to show that Tony Robbins works. I mean, this time last year, I had $40,000 in debt. Let's see, what else was I doing? I was a 1-star diamond. I'm trying to remember the other thing. I'm like completely brain dead right now. Oh, and my income was about 1/4 of what it is right now. And then I went back from Tony Robbins, went from 1-star to 5-star diamond in 30 days, paid off all my debt by, I think that was March that I paid it off, $40,000 paid off, and my income quadrupled within like 4 months. So this dude knows what he's talking about. It works. And if we can learn how to master our emotions, we'll be able to control everything in our life. So I want to start off the call like we always do with some recognition. Welcome to all of our new coaches that are on here. I don't think we have any brand newbies that are on here, but for those of you that are listening to the recording, welcome. Whoop, whoop. Everybody give them a high five. Raise the roof. Whoop, whoop. All the rank advancements this week. Did anyone on here have a rank advancement on their team or rank advance themselves? I know Chelsea had a coach that rank advanced. I don't remember who it was. I need to go back and look at it, but congrats to her. Congrats to all of our SD rock stars from September. We have Chelsea, Gina, Dana, Whitney, Shayna, Jamie, Danielle, Susanna, Mariah, Christopher, Kristen, Tammy, Emily, Amanda, Deborah, and me. I always feel weird when I say that. So give everyone a high five and a whoop whoop to everyone that helped change at least 3 lives last month. You guys rock. Real quick, I want to give you guys a couple updates, and then Dana's over there doing like a party dance. Then we're going to get into the meat of the call. So just as a quick reminder, 21-Day Fix is our promo this month. I'm going to come up with something to say about it probably within the next few days. Or no, today's Thursday. So I'll probably come up with something to post about Sunday night just to let people know that that the sale is going on, this promotion is going on. I'll probably share like one of my before and after. So if you guys want to steal that, feel free. And then also events. I know that you guys have seen me post in the team page, and most of you that are on here already know this, but events are pivotal for your business. Seriously, you guys, like, I knew that before going to all these events that I just went to, but like after being at them with so many people on our team, it more so just showed me like, holy shit, like I've got to do everything in my power to get you guys here. So as you guys know, I'm pretty sure everyone that's on here is registered for Summit next year. That's in the end of July, I want to say, in Nashville. We also have, I don't have the papers with me, or maybe it's here in the notebook. We have the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing coming up in April. Is it in this notebook? It probably is in here somewhere. Yes, there it is. April 28th through 30th. It's in Vegas. The tickets are literally only $200. It's going to be freaking amazing. So cheap. And then we have GoPro 2016 that's coming up in December of next year. Not like this December, like December of 2016. I can't find that page for it. But you guys gotta do everything in your power to get there. We're going to do like, I'll do like a whole call about it probably within the next couple of weeks. But I promise you, like, I'm going to get some of the girls that were with me to talk here in a minute. But if you feel like you're stuck in your business, you need some inspiration, you feel confused, alone, afraid. Oh, thank you, Susanna. I'm like, what is that on the screen right there? December 1st through 4th. in Vegas. Tony Robbins is the keynote speaker again, and Richard Branson. Freaking game changers. Seriously, you guys, OMG. The tickets are only $500. So if you guys start saving now, you would only have to save $22 a week to be able to afford to go. And that's including the ticket, hotel, airfare, food, everything. So I'm going to have a lot of resources for you guys to teach you more about how to get there coming up within the next week. Because I want to give you guys a roadmap on how you can get there, because I'm telling you, I started going to events before I could afford it. I invested several thousands of dollars every year to getting there, but obviously it pays off for investing in yourself. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Okay, so I want to just start off this call. I don't know why I'm holding my phone. I want to start off the call by sharing a couple stories from the girls that are on the team. On the team, I'm so special, that are on the call right now that were with me at the event. Some of them were streaming live, but I just want to get them to tell a little bit about their story, what their biggest takeaway was from either Tony Robbins or the event. And then we're going to go straight into talking about how you can master your emotions. That way you can become unstoppable and say peace out to those crazy emotions. So Dana's right here first in my screen. So Dana, I'm going to unmute you. If you just want to take a couple of minutes and just share with us your story, like how you felt before the GoPro event, what your biggest takeaways are, and how you feel now.
Okay. So just a little background for me. I recently went through a divorce. It was very difficult for me because he was my absolute best friend, and we were only married for 5 years, which isn't very long, and I was single for 14 years before that. So it was my second marriage, and I was single for 14 years. So it was very difficult for me. He was my best friend. But also, before that, I was an executive recruiter, so I had a six-figure salary that I gave up because I thought it was best for my marriage. So for 3 years, I did not work for a salary. I started an animal rescue, which doesn't pay anything. So long story short, I was in a really dark role. And somehow, Jess and I connected again. Jess had been after me for a while with her little notes and, here and there. So we connected, and it was like, I don't know, it was like a hammer over the head that this is what I needed to do, that everything that I had done up until that point, which included I have a master's in health, and I was a health educator for a long time before I became an executive recruiter. So I feel like my background has prepared me to come into coaching. And then I worked on myself. I lost 23 pounds doing the Shakeology and doing the PIO, and I also did the 21-day fix workout. I didn't do the actual menu, but long story short, I lost 23 pounds, and it made a world of difference for me. But my emotional health greatly improved. So I feel like it really honestly saved my life. I mean, I get emotional saying that, but I was in such a terrible place. I mean, and I still struggle, and it's been a very difficult summer for me, but focusing on this and helping other people and having a team of people has been amazing for me. My takeaway from this conference was that anything is possible. If you want it, you can get it. And there are ways to get it. And I mean to tell you, this conference was profound for me. And I'm glad that Jess is doing. The emotions get in our way, our butts get in our way. I would do this, but I would do that, but. And for me, controlling my emotions has been very difficult this summer. It's been a very emotional summer for me. So I'm really happy to be here with all you guys. I'm excited for what our future holds. I think this is an amazing team. And I think what we learned at this GoPro was life-changing for me, and I can't wait to start putting the whole week to really process. And I've been reading a book that is amazing that I hope all of you will read. It's called In the Now. And it talks about this, emotions. It talks about being able to turn off your mind. So I'll share that with you guys, but it's part of, I chose to do this book for personal development this week. The one other thing I will say, and then I'm going to turn this over to whoever, because I can talk all night long. The one other thing I will say is that I did not think, I mean, I thought personal development was good until after this GoPro. I think personal development is mandatory. And the one thing that all of these people who got up there and taught that are now, you know, game changers in this world, I mean, profound people, said that you should spend 30 minutes a day on personal development, on reading a book, on something that helps you become a better person. And that just resonated with me. So minutes every night, I read my book for 30 minutes before I read the book I want to read, which is a novel, but I read my personal development book 30 minutes a day. I will continue to do that. I bought more books today. I have about 11 books now that I have to get through. So personal development, it's got to happen.
I love it. Thanks, girl. All right, I'm going to mute you back. I'm going to call on Hattie real quick, and then Susanna, I'm going to have you talk here in a little bit. So I'm going to go through some stuff, and then I'll have Susanna talk. So Hattie was actually, oh God, there's like a horrible echo. Let me mute you back real quick. Hattie was streaming the event at home, and she is still getting through some of it. But Hattie, I wanted you to just share maybe like your biggest takeaway. I know you already shared them with me one-on-one earlier today. But if you want to just share with the team like how you felt before you started listening to this, kind of just like what Dana did too, and just take a couple minutes. Let me unmute you.
Yeah, I think, you know, I think like she said, personal development is like key. I mean, I don't think that the biggest thing that you get from this business is money. I think that the biggest thing that you get from this is learning about yourself. And but anyway, so before this event, and I'm not done with it, but before it, I felt like I was going, I think I was going for all the wrong reasons. And then all of a sudden it just stopped for me, and everything was going downhill. I didn't have direction. I didn't have the right mindset. And so then like, listening to this, I got some takeaways, and I'll just read my takeaway. I am brain fried, but I'll just read my takeaways. I just wrote a few things down. I wrote, your intent matters. So if you're intending to, I think it's important to reach Success Club, and I think it's important to rank advance. But if you're intending to do that while you're sending out a message, that's going to be they're going to know that. It's your intent matters. Personal growth budget. I think that's important. I wrote these all crazy. I think that's important, like, to have a budget for your personal development, and to make that, you know, very important, you know, however much that is for you. So also that everybody should read Think and Grow Rich. And I was actually personally thinking about maybe kind of making that sort of like mandatory for anyone who joins my team, because I want to build a really strong team. And another thing is that everybody is praying for like extra income. So like everybody wakes up and everybody's praying for extra income. Maybe it's for different reasons. And what we have is a gift to give to people, and just like inviting and inviting with the right intent that you just want to help people. And you never know who you're going to get, because it might be that one person that just is like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, this is what I need. And then that goes into also needing to have a game plan for your business. And if you're like, all right, well, I've already figured out the game plan, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is how we're going to do it, and once you get in, this is what happens, then I think people are very, you know, like more susceptible to like wanting to join you, because they really see the potential and they see that there is a better way. There was like one guy on there, and he showed like numbers and stuff and like where the economy is going. And I think our way is better. I can't really think about like what that was about, but like it showed like how the economy is going up and then how it's pretty much just going to crash. And what was another really big thing for me was like how much would you pay you for your services? And if it's not very much, then you need to think about like how much do you want to get paid, and like think about activities that are worthy of that amount of money. Like, and then I wrote how much. Yeah, so how much would you pay you? And that goes into having $1 million mindset. And stop playing small. And those are all my like things I put together.
I love it. Thanks for sharing, girl.
I hope I made sense.
You totally did. I loved it. Okay, I muted you back. Thank you for that. I definitely, like, my biggest takeaway, there's a lot, but the biggest one was to stop playing small, because you guys know that I've had a rough summer since I moved, and I've been an emotional mess, so this couldn't have come at a better time, and I have to get out of my own way and stop being selfish, because like Hattie said, I got to stop playing small just because I achieved this one thing in my life or however many things. Like, there's so many people out there that are praying for a solution. So anyways, all of those things didn't directly go into what we're going to talk about tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and get into that now. I just thought that it was very important to mention those things and have the girls kind of share. So, okay, now we're going to talk about how to master your emotions. I want to see a show of hands, like, tell me if you have negative emotions that you feel as soon as you wake up every day, or if you feel anxiety, or if you just feel like you struggle with being positive, right? I think we're all this way. Okay, so now I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to show you this awesome video. That's Susanna's beautiful face right there that you guys can see down there. Hopefully you guys can hear this, but I want to just show you guys this real quick, and then I'm going to ask you a question when we're done. Could you guys all hear that? I hope so. Okay. You guys couldn't hear it? No? Oh my God. It's probably because my headphones are in. Oh dear Lord Jesus. Let me try to unplug my headphones. Oh dear. That was the wrong video. Now I'm going over all over the place. Okay. We're just going to screw it. It was a video of Susanna and people in the background screaming. It didn't work how I wanted it to. That's okay. You guys get the point. So raise your hand if you want to feel like, just like as soon as you wake up every day, you want to like jump out of bed and dance around and be excited and have like thousands of people screaming around you. Like, who wants to feel that kind of energy every day? I know I do, right? It makes such a big difference. Like when we were like coming out of that event that night with Tony Robbins, like, oh my God, I want to go change the world. Like, I gotta just go. So I want to talk a little bit about why mastering your state of mind, or your emotions, is so important. If you can't master this one thing, like everything else goes out of the door. Because I know I talk about this all the time. Tony Robbins said it again at GoPro. 80% of success is your mindset and 20% is action. So if we can't get it right up here, what we're doing every day isn't going to do anything. And he said that the reason why we fail is because we think that we aren't supposed to have problems. So we all tend to get frustrated if we get no's, or like if people are ignoring us, or if our team isn't doing what we want them to do, or whatever it may be. We get frustrated when we come across problems, but really problems are the most important life lessons. So if you feel like you have problems, you can't focus on that. You just have to know that that's part of life, and you don't have to get down about it. So Tony Robbins also said, if you don't master your emotions, you create poverty. Okay, raise your hand if you want to create poverty. I'm pretty sure that's no one, right? Like, doesn't everyone want to create abundance in their life? Raise your hand if you want to create abundance. I want abundance in every way of life, right? All right, so if you want to change your direction of where you're going, raise your hand. If you want to change the direction and you want to get better results in your life, any area of your life, your business, whatever it may be, I think we're all on here. We all go to these personal development things because we want to change directions. So in order to do that, we have to change our state and our energy. Now, this is all going to sound very familiar because this is the shit that I've been talking about all of last year, talking about The Secret, the law of attraction, Think and Grow Rich, all of those things that came into my life with Tony Robbins last year, they all go together. So if we want to change our direction, like I said, we have to change our state and our energy, because whatever we focus on, we're going to attract. So if we're focusing on all the debt that we have, or feeling shitty, or feeling like I don't want to do anything, or like I know myself this summer, like I was focusing on like, oh my God, I'm so sad, I'm so alone, like I don't know how to get my shit together. That's what was coming into my life, because I was focused on the wrong thing. So Tony Robbins said, high energy attracts high energy. And when your energy is flowing, it will immediately affect your performance. Because really, I mean, is there anyone on here that's ever created anything good? Like when you feel like you're in a shitty state, like I don't do anything good at all when I'm in a shitty state. Like I've got to be right up here. And it can be very difficult to get out of a bad emotional state if you've been in one for a while. Believe me, this whole summer, I think I was in an emotional funk, and going to this conference just like knocked the shit out of me. And I'm like, goodbye funk. Like this is not worth it. I'm in control of my state. Like we are the only ones that can control our state, you guys. That's the thing. Now I'm like preaching a sermon that's not even on my agenda. But that's the thing. Like I remember texting Melanie so many days over the summer, and she'd be like, Jess, you need to change your state. And I would just be like a baby throwing a fit. No, I don't want to change my state. I want to stay over here and have a fit because I want to be sad and whatever. I mean, I'm just being real with you guys, but that's not going to help any of us. Like if we keep focusing on that, nothing is going to change. So most people in this world operate in scarcity and fear. So if we're operating in scarcity and fear, if we go sit down and like Hattie was saying, if we go just sit down and focus on the numbers and we don't actually focus on people, then that's what we're going to attract. People are going to see that and they're going to run away. And if we're focusing on what we're afraid of, we're going to feel more fear. So Tony Robbins said something that comforted me when it comes to all of this, when it comes to our state. Whatever state that we go to, just know that it's not you. It's a pattern that you are used to going to, and that pattern can be changed. And I'm going to tell you guys how to change it in a minute. So one thing that Tony had us do that I want you guys to all just start doing real quick, take a pen and paper, do it on your computer. I'm watching you, and I know I can see if you're not doing this right now. So we're going to make two lists. Susanna had you guys do this for your homework assignment when we did the team call from GoPro last week. So what Tony Robbins had us do is we had to create a list of all the positive emotions that we feel on a day and all the negative emotions that we feel on a day. And basically, you just kind of write them all down, take a minute to do that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick your top 3 positive emotions. And when you start feeling any shitty emotions, you want to think of the emotions that are going to get you past any of those shitty feelings. So I'll give you guys some examples as you're jotting your emotions down. I really want you to do this. Like Susanna made that pretty board that she posted in the team page that was amazing. And I know that if she's focusing on that every day, she's going to be attracting in the right emotions. So I had a ton of negative emotions and a ton of positive ones. Some of my negative ones were scarcity, fear, anxious, defeated, stuck, uncomfortable, depression, exhaustion, complacency. Some of the positive ones were grateful, blessed, joy, happiness, freedom, encouraged, passionate, fierce, determined, motivated, excited, boldness, playful, love. Okay, those are just some examples. So my top 3 were, number 1, fierce, because if I'm feeling a shitty state and I go into the state of feeling fierce, I'm going to do anything. I'm going to be able to help anybody. I'm going to be unstoppable. My second one was determined, and my third one was passionate. So you just want to think about whatever positive feeling it is that you feel on a daily basis that gets you like the most excited about going to make big things happen. So I don't know if we have time to do this or not, because I have some more things to go through. Let's see. Susanna said, it has made a difference at my regular job. I'm less stressed this week. That is awesome. There's only a couple other things that I want to talk about after this. So Susanna, is it okay if I actually unmute you so that you can share a little bit about your experience with this? Just give me a thumbs up. Hi. Okay. So if you just want to share, I don't know why it's echoing like that. That's weird. If you just want to share kind of like how you've implemented this into your daily life and how it's helped you.
Yeah. I mean, so I've made it to Thursday from Saturday so far. And I noticed, because I am a manager, I'm a nurse manager. So when he told me about the list, I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I need, because I feel like I can't work my business after, you know, being a nurse manager for 11, 12 hours a day, you know, 5 days a week. I am so extremely exhausted. My emotions have exhausted me to the point where I come home and I'm like, screw it. I can't even do a power hour because I just want to close my eyes and forget about today. So I've noticed I've actually started working on building my business now. So now I'm actually able to come home and actually have the tools that I need to actually tell people about the business opportunity and actually walk them through the steps. But I'm able to do that now because I am implementing these emotions part that Tony Robbins had us do. And the other day, I remember I was getting stressed out. I'm walking through the lab at work, and I'm just like, I just like shouted out, and I was like, "Yay, woo!" And some of my MAs looked at me, and they're like, "We're gonna call the people on you." Meaning I'm crazy. So, but it really made me, it kind of shocked me, and it changed my attitude right away because I was able to pinpoint that, okay, I'm getting stressed, I'm getting anxious now, I'm getting angry. And only I am in charge of changing those emotions. Only I can make the type of day that I want. So for me, that's what I really got of is now I have a tool. I know how to identify my negative emotions. I know how to change them now. I know how to jolt them. I know how to shake the emotion and change it. So that was like my biggest takeaway, like everyone was saying. I knew personal development was good, but now I know without a doubt personal development is what you really need to succeed in this business. And like the board I posted, on the team page, as they said, network marketing is personal development with a compensation plan, because that's really what it is. It's 80% here and 20% doing the work. So you have to believe in your success, and you have to do all the things that it takes to change yourself and your mindset to be, life was $1 million mindset. So, I mean, really it's all in your head. So
For sure. Thanks for sharing, Boo. I love it.
Actually, I have one little, I found it, what he said, and let me find it real fast. I was reading it. Oh my God. Okay. He said that it's easy to say move from a physical home when it starts to flood, but it's hard to move from an emotional home. So that's why it's good to do, write down your emotions, find out what they are, and punch them in the face and tell them to shut the hell up.
Yes. I love it. Thank you. That's a good analogy too. All right. So thanks for sharing, girl. And now I'm going to tell you guys how you can change your emotional state, because that's probably what you guys are all wondering. Like, okay, Jessica, you've said all of this stuff. Now please just tell me how to change it. So there's 2 ways to change your emotional state. The first one is a radical change in your physical state. And I know that sounds really simple, but that's all it takes. I mean, I think I told you guys this at Tony Robbins event last year. He would like get us up and like make us dance like every hour. And at GoPro, he got us up and we were like standing up for probably like 75% of his 3-hour presentation. But seriously, like it's really hard to be sad when you're sitting there jumping around screaming your lungs out. Or like even if it's just something simple as like raising your voice, or like Susanna said, like saying woohoo, like as silly as it may seem, it really does work. Like, I mean, I just can't tell you. Like, I remember when Tony Robbins came to speak, it was the end of the day, and like we were all so excited for him, but we were all also really tired. At least I was. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I was just in a little negative Nancy, and like I just want to go to sleep. And then Tony Robbins gets out and makes us start jumping. And I was kind of pissed off at first, to be honest. But then when we start jumping around, I'm like, yes, this is amazing. And the more that you do it, the better you feel. So it can be something as simple as literally waking up and getting out of your bed and jumping around. It can be doing jumping jacks, doing your workout, listening to music, and like shaking your butt for 2 minutes, like whatever it is. So yeah, it's changing your physical state. That's the first way. Because when you focus on your state and your physiology with the right action and behavior, that's what creates massive results. So that might have sounded confusing, but that's basically just saying that 80% of the equation is what's up here, which is affected by our physical state, and 20% is action. So that's where we get success from. He said that the difference between the successful and unsuccessful is the state that we live in. And that was just like very profound for me. I'm like, oh gosh, I got to master my state thing. So again, you can change your physical state by changing your voice, your movement, your body. I mean, I want you guys to all do something really silly and just like sit up here and do this right now. Like we're all jumping. You guys probably see I don't have any boobs moving, but if I did, they'd be moving. Like, don't you feel happier when you're like moving around like that and like flailing your arms around and all that stuff? That feels more happy than just sitting here like this, right? Okay, so that was silly, but for real. So the second way that you can change your state is to change what you're focusing on. Now, I talk about this all the time. I know I sound like a broken record. We talked about this at the beginning of the call, but you just have to change what you're focusing on. Whatever you're feeling, like those negative emotions, anxiety, feeling stuck, overwhelmed, upset, whatever it is, your feeling has nothing to do with an actual event, but what you focused on. Life is shaped by perception and focus, not on reality. Like, for an example, I felt really down and shitty the last 2 months after moving out here because I was just messed up in the head. When most people would think that the kind of life that I've created should be the most happy life ever, and it really is, but I was so focused on all these horrible feelings that that's what I was getting more of. So that wasn't my reality. I didn't have a shitty life. I just felt like my life was shitty at the moment because I was focused on bad feelings. So if you think about it, like when athletes go to like prep for like, I'm horrible at sports, but you know, whenever they go to prep for like a football game or whatever, like they visualize themselves winning and they visualize themselves like throwing the ball or like hitting the golf club or whatever it is, whatever sport they're playing, they visualize it, they focus on it. Whatever you focus on, you're going to get. So to change your state, the two things are a radical change in your physical state and change what you're focusing on. Now, I wanted to just give you guys actually, no, I'm not even going to go through this part because we only have 4 minutes left. I want to give you guys a couple ways on how you can implement this into your business. And I think that these are probably things that I've said a million times, but repetition is the mother of success or whatever that quote is, right? So the first thing would be is to start doing daily affirmations. Those are the I am statements because whatever you focus on, you're going to get. So do them at night, or I'm sorry, when you wake up, as soon as you get out of bed or while you're in your bed, whatever, and do them at night too. And gratitude helps as well. I wasn't planning on saying that, but if you focus on what you're grateful for, you're going to get more of it, right? The second thing is you have got to read Think and Grow Rich and or The Secret as soon as possible. I know I've been talking about these two things over and over and over the last year, but really it's going to teach you how to master your emotional state, how to attract all the things that you want to into your life. And I think every single speaker at this event that was $1 million earner, $1 billion earner, whatever the hell they were speaking on stage, they all talked about Think and Grow Rich. And once they read that, that was like the pivotal moment in their business that changed everything. I mean, I read it last year and that was like a part of what changed everything for me. The third thing would be is to get an accountability partner to help you master your state. So if you're starting to feel shitty, have that buddy that you text and be like, girl, I'm feeling shitty. Like, call me out. Don't let me stay in this state. Christine said, I found out that my company has a corporate library and a lot of these books are in there. I've been reserving like crazy. That's great. Go girl. That's an awesome idea. So that's kind of it, guys. I know that was pretty simple, but seriously, if we can just learn how to do these things, not let our shitty emotions keep us down and just change what we're focusing on and change our physical state and jump around like a crazy fool, like we will be able to attract what we want to in our life. And I know that's super simple, but that's how it works. So I'll do a giveaway in the team page when we're done. But does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to say just about what we talked about tonight? I just had a total brain fart. There was something I was going to say and I lost it. I think we should start a dance party in the team page. We should all like just start posting random videos of the dance party. Life is happening for me, not to me. Ooh, I love that. All right, guys. Okay, so raise your hand if you're going to start positive affirmations tomorrow if you're not already. They are such a life changer. I forgot that I was doing or that I was not doing them when I was traveling, and this week I forgot and I started them today and it already made me feel better. And I literally did jumping jacks as soon as I got out of my bed this morning, and it really did help. I'm not even kidding you. Like normally when I wake up I feel shitty and tired and whatever, but doing the jumping jacks really helped. So anyways, now I'm just kind of rambling on. Thanks to you ladies that shared tonight. I love you all. Oh, Dana just said something. Dana said, what you're thinking about before you go to bed determines what you will think tomorrow. Subconscious mind is huge. Yes, it is. Yeah, there's so much stuff I want to teach you guys on that too, but it's going to have to wait for another team call. So yes, we'll do a giveaway for a prize. I'll post that on the team page to just do a number 1 through 100 and I'll do a random giveaway. But I love all of you guys. Let's master our emotions and be badasses and help lots of people because that's what it's about. Love you guys. See y'all later.